Ruluku is so much more visible. Okay. I think my issue was maybe something along the lines of I felt like Ruluko was too blocky, so I felt like I wasn't seeing enough chat, but really that's a stupid reason. I should like maximize clarity. Oh, you got a new course. But it's like the same as all your other ones, kinda, I guess. I mean, that's my first impression anyway. Is that a streamer, by the way? King Pom Pom? I've been seeing his name pop up a lot. I'm supposing it's not. Maybe it's just like hunting world records and first clears or something. Hmm. He's S plus in versus, which means he's like one versus rank higher than me. Just regular S, right? He's got a lot of courses cleared. Speaking of which, I wonder how many I've got cleared. I don't know. Anyway, is this going to be another hidden blocks course, maybe? Or are you going to have another blind jump like that no block jump from that other time? Anyway, whoa. Okay, so we had a can't see the top of the platform shell jump, but that's probably not what he's upset about because there was nothing there. Ow. I'm not sure if Bowser killed me or the lava bubble killed me. Alright, Toad. I guess you only get to do one successful shell-assisted wall jump today. Or at least, on this course. Okay, so we are one screen tall. Can't go up. Um... We're in the pipe. Uh... Um... Is there a hammer bro up here? No. Well, our shell is melted, so I'm pretty sure we're just done for. I don't think I touched the checkpoint, but just in case, let's jump in the lava. Oops. Not as nice as your underground level, because the shells are dying. Oops. Actually, never thought of that before. Like, let things not respawn by using lava instead of just regular out of bounds lore or whatever you want to call it. Pits. Death pits. Because the enemies literally don't die. It's only Mario and Luigi and Toad and Toadette that die, right? Enemies don't care about death pits. But they do care about lava. Lava can sometimes kill them. There's like a dry bones that fell in the lava it would not die, but regular Koopa shell would. Just a dry shell guy that doesn't die, basically. Okay, we made the jump. More Hammer Bros. We haven't seen that comment yet. Oh, I thought I was swimming faster than that. Okay, well, I have to do all that over again. I wonder how long this level is. I can't really look at the world record to find. Okay. Oops. I think we saw it earlier, I just wasn't really paying attention. Oh, not a good jump. I wonder if Twitch is starting to do this thing where it, like, wants people to watch for a certain amount of time, or it registers them as actual viewers, probably what it is. Anyway, very peculiar way of, makes me wonder, maybe they want you to, like, be exposed to a TV commercial or something on Twitch, before it registers you as an actual viewer. That could be what it is. Some people might have, like, ad block on or something, which they might decide to turn off at a certain point or another. Or maybe it stops working after a long enough period of time. I don't know. I never really used the block stuff, at least not in the context of, like, watching on Twitch anyways. I don't want to, like, try to, like, sabotage Twitch's ability to make money in any way, shape, or form. Myself, anyway. So you can go in between there when they're like, go underneath the lava bubble at that spot. That was kind of cool. Just gonna do a little recording of that. Control. So what's the blind thing gonna be? Is it gonna be like a Lakitu throw something on our heads or something? Like, I'm trying to figure out what it would be. You don't really use Lakitus in your levels much, if at all, do you, Aluminosphere? I think they're a really fun unit, though. Man. There's like a whole bunch of lava bubbles right here. Okay, we're at another pipe. Okay, now what? Now this section. Whoa, 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 that's what he meant. Okay. Well, it's a really long level. I actually thought about waiting before jumping. Which honestly, if we had, we would have seen the giant fire bar. So I'm pretty sure that was his fault. Like, thought he would need momentum or something and just kept on going. Maybe he just, like, thought this is definitely the goal room and I'm done here. Like, oops. I don't know. I'm not sure what was going through his head, but for whatever reason, he felt like blaming you instead of himself. Like, there was literally just him combo jumping for no reason. Like, I'm pretty sure there wasn't really... Like, other than that one spot, there was no actual required combo jumps. So maybe he just figured okay, I should combo jump because I had to do it before, right? I guess that, oops. Sometimes people will make that assumption. I did the thing before and I'm gonna do it again. Like here, you definitely don't need to combo jump, for example. Um, you can if you want, but there's definitely not required. And I think you used the same size fire platform there. So it's definitely like a trap that the player could fall into potentially, but it's still ultimately their fault that they fell into it in that case. Um, what am I doing? I'm bad. I'm actually shockingly consistent at those now. I mean, I did mess it up like how many times so far? Not much. Out of how many tries? Oh, dude. I spawned the hammer, bro, earlier than I normally would, installed or something like that, compared to advancing or whatever. However I'm supposed to phrase that, I don't know. Like, can we actually shell jump higher than that? Or am I just, like, consistently doing max height shell jumps here now? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a shell jump expert. Excuse me, but I just got the impression that they were max height. Whoops, now I'm getting impatient. Anyway, at first I was like, why are we playing this level? We should go do a first clear, and then typed in this code anyways, and then boom, all of a sudden it's a first clear challenge. Silly me. What was I worrying about? Anyways, I mean, if that really was the goal, then there's a pretty good chance we could beat it, unless that whiny guy is actually still trying to beat the level, then he might still beat me. Or, you know, Ominous here could be deciding to send this to more than one streamer at the same time, I suppose. Either way, honestly, I think this is one of his better levels, so... I mean, if a guy was able to get that far into the course, he definitely found it somewhat fun. Even if he did quit because upset with himself or whatever, and wanted to blame you or whatever the case may be. Or, like, his emotional state. So, I guess what I mean to say is... somebody else might end up playing it and not give up on it. Speaking of which, I was just thinking, I mean, there's no Lakitu in this course, but there is literally a Lakitu cloud. Which is interesting because I don't put something inside the Lakitu cloud very often. I don't know why I can't get like Disney songs out of my head right now. Oh, I failed at the jump. And by failed, I mean I didn't get it high enough. Wow, I don't know. I think I need to listen to some music. I can't get this Disney music out of my head. Where's my phone? should I listen to? I don't want to hear that song right now. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Oops. I think you can do a higher shell jump maybe by running. When you do it, perhaps. I'm supposing. I got sniped. So I wasn't playing very good. Oops. I'm gonna turn the music up a little bit. Or a lot, whatever. I think it's easier if I stand by here. Oh, man. Okay. I think I'm not trusting my eyes for some reason. I don't know why I'm not, but... Okay, I missed another jump. Alright, it's just because it wasn't high enough. So I was able to recover. Totally could have gone then, but for some reason I didn't. I am, I feel like the only thing I'm good at timing right now is these shell jumps for some reason. I feel like the shell jumps are messing with my head for the edge jumps. That's so weird. I don't know what's come over me. Like, my muscle memory seems to be confused or something. Whatever you want to call it. It's frazzled or whatever. Now I can't even shell jump. I don't think this music is helping. At least not for my, like, ability to get timing good. Okay, this is better. This level's called Dark Castle. Or this music, whatever. Song. Okay. We did the jump. Let's go over here. Okay, we're in the pipe. We need to go through a couple more pipes, and then we'll be good. Sorta. Oh, I need to stretch. Stretch. Oh. I need to just start trying to figure out how to speedrun this, because I'm screwing up way too much on, like, lots of different stuff, and I just feel like I'm wasting so much time going slow. I'm just really annoyed with myself right now. Ah. I really need to get back to grinding 3D World first clears. I know it's mostly a thing that I'll do like on Fridays and Saturdays, but like... Or even just not even 3D World. Maybe, you know what we could do? We could, like, each day of the week that I'm streaming Mario Maker, I could do first clears in a different style. Maybe, like, look forward to Saturday. That could be, like, the 3D World one. Right? So Friday could be an SMBU. Wednesday could be Super Mario World. That means Tuesday would be SMB3, and Monday... Wait. I think I messed up something. Did I forget to say something about... I don't know. I'm not streaming on Monday. What? What am I talking about? On Tuesday it would be SMB1. On Wednesday it would be... I guess I wanted to say Super Mario World because it sounds cool, but... Because they both have a W in them, but no. Wednesday would be SMB3. Thursday would be Super Mario World. Friday would be an SMBU, and Saturday would be 3D World. I think it could be an interesting YouTube stream title gimmick. Like whenever somebody sees their favorite style, I'm hunting first clears, then they'll want to come show up. And when they start enjoying my first clear streams, right? Then they'll join the first clear streams even when it's not their favorite style. I think that's a great idea. I should do that for like, maybe like a couple of weeks at least and see if it starts gaining some traction. Okay, in the pipe. Okay, so 3 minutes left. Got this rim to do. There's 2 lava bubbles before we get to this platform, which, again, this is like completely not blind. But maybe there's something afterwards, but we'll see. Why do I guess say, that's actually kind of difficult. I'm not very good at doing the actual, like, dash jumps and other styles. I feel like I should have been able to do that jump, but I wasn't able to jump far enough and high enough that I was going to be able to. Hmm. I feel like you don't need to combo jump there, but what if I'm wrong? Actually, I could go to the pipe. I don't have to restart the level. Anyway, I'm gonna turn off the music for now. Why do I keep thinking I can swim across fast enough with some of those, and then I just don't? I'm really annoyed with myself. Oh, no. Come on. That's like the first time I killed myself with the shell. What is that notification I just got? Blocks Fest? What are they talking about? Really should have just gone. Dude! These jumps make me so nervous. They're not even as precise as that jump at the beginning of Master Yoshi's Request, but I don't know, there's just so much variety in what we have to do here. Somehow, like, even the relatively easy things are just tripping me up for some reason. I guess not a lot of people would do, like, oh, there's swimming, you know, and jumping and stuff in the same course. It's pretty uncommon. Whoa. Design choice. I was nervous. There was no reason for me to be nervous, but I was nervous. And jumped too early, worrying about a lava bubble that was definitely way too slow to get me. It's like I don't trust myself sometimes to, like, time things correctly, and then I start freaking out and sabotaging the attempt to do something, it feels like. It's a scary course, that's for sure. Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. Did you see that? I almost got hit. Oh, oof. For a moment there, I thought I wasn't going to do that jump because it was different from how I usually do it. But it worked. Whoa! Oh no, I got hit by a hammer. See, that's... Man, I don't even know why that happened exactly. I'm stalling, look at that, right at the very beginning. I didn't move right away, and then it got me. So I was too slow. Thought I was huge. I don't always trust my sense of timing. And for good reason. Sometimes it's not. I'm just... second time I killed myself with the shell. You will tell me if somebody else first clears this, right? I'm assuming you didn't send it to any other streamer, but if you did, then I suppose you would know. Oh. It's funny they used to struggle on those max height shell jumps so much, and then it just came out swinging really hard on them recently. I mean, messing up a little bit here and there, but nowhere near as bad as it was before. Yeah, it's not a very precise jump, but somehow I get into my head and mess it up anyways sometimes. No, come on. I think it's my hand. My hand is hurting. It was hurting, and I couldn't get the muscle memory because just thinking about the pain. Even though I did say that Vision's ice level was kind of easy, like, at the same time, it's like, there was still, like, a lot of eyes to worry about, and, I mean, like, some of those maneuvers I was pulling off, like, I don't know, they're not necessarily particularly typical, like, trying to, like, jump down on pom-pom and stuff, like, changing our, what am I even saying, like, controlling my horizontal momentum properly so I don't like touch spikes and stuff like that was like pretty challenging, you know? Anyways, let's get our shell back. There's a bomb there now. Wow. That's funny. I'm guessing you did what JT Vision did with like flapping blocks, but the flapping blocks were blown up and aren't coming back. Are you kidding me? Bro. Wait, where are we jumping to? If you could somehow make this with a bomb, then... Oops. Yeah. I don't think he's gonna respawn, right? Yeah. We go all the way to the pipe. Oops. Whatever. Kind of annoying walking back and forth. Really? Really, Luigi? Alright, we're in the pipe. Oh, it sniped me. I thought I was going in at a pretty good timing there, but apparently I was wrong. I really do need to go fast. Just like, sometimes it's hard to accurately determine where the fire bar is. Like, it's just like, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm tunnel visioning, but maybe I'm tunnel visioning? Like, I'm tunnel visioning on, like, the platform. I don't want to mess it up. So I need to make sure I jump off of the platform at just the right time. So it's hard to focus on where Luigi is and where he's going to be and where he needs to be when I press the jump button. All of that, and noticing where the fire platform's swinging at. Like, all of that is a lot to keep in mind. And if you start from the pipe, though, in contrast, that actually stalls your jump a little bit in such a way that you're actually slow enough, right? Like, the lava bubble goes above you, which I kind of guess I forgot that that's what I was doing before. Anyway, let's just reset. Well, I don't know, even... it feels like you can go early, and I don't know, it's something about that, doing it that way, makes the lava bubble feel a lot less dangerous. Oops. Anyway. I wish I'd stop messing up the shell jumps. Or just dying in general. It's like get good or get dead, I guess. Whoa. Okay, we're in the pipe. This section is a little bit harder than the last one. This part... I don't remember what's after it. Maybe it's just the goal room. Or the suspected goal room, at least. It's kind of a marathon of a course. It really is. Thanks to the second section being as long as it is. Or second swimming section. Usually for this part, I like to be on this side of this lava bubble. Don't get too far away otherwise. Okay, we're in the pipe. But yeah, so we're in this room again. This is the part where we need to do this jump. And then... what we're doing exactly. Don't know how to get past this part. Holy crap. Oh! Okay. Wait, am I not able to do that jump? I think I like let go of left at the very end, but did that make a difference? I don't know, maybe it didn't. Not sure if I had an edgy enough jump or what. Maybe it's just not possible to do that jump. Or, well, I don't know. I'm not even entirely sure I was dashing, to be honest. Not a good jump. Come on. Why do I keep messing that jump up? Seems like of all the shell jumps that I mess up, I mess up that one the most. I don't know why. Doesn't seem like there's anything really different about it. I guess the pipe is a little lower, but that shouldn't make a difference. There's nothing to do with the wall. Darn it, I guess I messed up the timing. Why am I not surprised? Mess up with the timing on everything else. Why not mess it up on the lava bubble part, too? I mean, I messed up on it before. That's not the point. I just hadn't messed it up before while running from the green pipe. That was a first. Okay. I don't know why my brain told me, you know what? That's gonna be a shell that's popping up and you can hit it. Like, for a fraction of a second, I actually cared whether or not I was gonna, like, hit a shell or a lava bubble. Like, what? I don't know, I just... Those lava bubbles move up really fast, don't they? Kinda interesting. I don't really like the fact that they flash. It's so bizarre. Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of the way the lava bubbles look. I mean, they're not much... Like, basically, like, I think they appear the same way they do in SMP3. If I'm not too much mistaken. Which is, like, not everything in SMP3 looks the same as it did in the, you know, in the original game. Like the Thwomps do not, for example. They're supposed to be blue, but for some reason they're gray. Like, I guess you could say there were no junior statues either in the original. Certainly we didn't have to, like, swim around in the final course of the world. There's map? I meant to say map. Well, it's kind of like a course. A series of stages. If a series of stages could be called a course, then a map in a super world would be a course. Anyway. Alright, so... we got the end coming up soon. Alright, so we were able to do this part without all that much trouble. It wasn't as hard as I thought. I just, like, either didn't do an edgy enough jump as I thought I did, or... I'm pretty sure that wasn't it. It just wasn't running for long enough amount of time. That jump is really difficult to do because I feel like if I don't get moving, he's gonna wake up. But I guess I shouldn't worry about that. I can just drop him. It's not like you lose him. I should just... yeah, we should just pick him up, drop him in the corner, and we can, you know, bump him if he starts walking around. I'm just gonna take my time with it. Next time I get to that spot. Maybe we'll get it next time. Just jump over these guys because I don't really care about them. Yeah. Why was I fighting those guys before? Giant waste of time. At least it feels like a giant waste of time. I'm actually here again so quickly now. Not fighting the hamburgers. Now I see why people do pacifist runs. Honestly, though, like, dude, my pacifist run of that Goomba mask level. How about that? Actually, I didn't record that, I don't think. Whoa. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have got away with that, but whatever. Okay, so let's just stay calm. Dude, how in the world? You know what? Waiting is a mistake. He just keeps shooting fireballs. Like a million gazillion fireballs. Like if you wait, he's just gonna shoot more. And just not stop shooting them. What a jerk. Why can't you just shoot fewer fireballs? Like, maybe if there was somewhere I could jump to for safety or something, you know, like, I guess I would mean maybe you could get up on the pipe if that were the case. Maybe that's a bad idea. Just wishful thinking. I really... I don't want it to be so hard to just dodge the fireballs. Like here, okay, there are a lot of fireballs in these swimming zones, but that's it. Like, you're able to swim. Like, it's not that big of a deal, I feel like, to dodge them. Like, when you have to deal with a lot of fireballs in a situation where you cannot swim to dodge them, it's a nightmare. It really is. I really hate it. Trying to dodge fireballs when you can't even swim. Which, now when I think about it, if you're actually underwater, it might even just make the fireballs slower. In that context, it really makes me wish that 3D World had the nighttime stuff as well. Just because it'd be kind of cool to do, like, trying to dodge Meowser fireballs while swimming, but without his fireballs actually being slower because he's underwater. I got sloppy. I deserved that death. I was too high. I usually don't swim up that high when I'm trying to get into the pipe. If I hadn't swam up that high, I would have been fine. Just not being consistent, some of the stuff, unfortunately. Oh, my thumb is starting to kill me. Heh. That was a pretty quick go. I do say so myself. Shell, come back. I need you. Man, I am so... I have just had it today. Like... What I mean to say is, I'm so in my own head about stuff that I'm not doing other stuff correctly. And I'm not necessarily even talking about me playing this level. Just... But I suppose it applies to this level as well. What the... You did what now, Luigi? Wow, I don't even know the last time I did that. Kick the shell instead of grab it? Well, I guess maybe I did it when I was doing the raccoon suit shell delivery. But that's because I was, like, hitting it with the tail or whatever. It's kind of weird interaction. Here, I just, like, apparently let go of the run button without realizing it. And at, like, the perfect time to do that. Maybe I let go of the run button earlier when I was trying to do that jump. That would explain why I didn't jump far enough if that happened. Anyway, the other thing I was saying was I'm so, like... I'm actually so self-absorbed right now, and... Like... And I wish I wasn't, but... I guess... It's hard for me not to be, because I just feel like... I mean, if I'm not, like, analyzing myself really well or something, then... I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Maybe I'm just... Maybe my problem is I'm just not willing to give myself enough space to mess up or something. I don't know, just... Ugh. Yeah, tomorrow, as far as I'm concerned, tomorrow is a new week. I am wondering, should I just go back to Wednesdays and Thursdays off and stream on Sunday and Monday again? Well, I mean, I haven't been streaming on Monday mostly because I've been doing stream maintenance. If I did that, that would mean on Fridays I would be playing SMB 1. Saturdays, I would be playing SMB 3, you know, for detailed search specifically. Sundays would be Super Mario World Day. Mondays would be an SMBU day. And then Tuesday would be SMB 3 day. And Tuesday would be like the end of the week. Well, I would have to adjust the time that I would even stream if I even wanted to do that. At the very least, I would have to change when I stream on Sunday. I don't know, why do you ask what I want to do Friday at the beginning of the week again? I mean, right now, Tuesday is the beginning of the week. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with that, I guess. But it would just be nice to have Thursday off again, I feel like. Almost didn't make that jump. Oof. I'm not gonna start over. Try to go back in the pipe. Oh. Dude, I don't like that jump. Oh, so far. Oh! I just don't know why I keep missing that one. I feel like I missed that jump more than the others. It's probably not actually true, it just feels like it because it's like right before the final swimming section, or at least what I assume is the final swimming section. Uh, va, 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 va. Maybe I'm just distracted by these hammer bros. Maybe I should just kill them. That's probably it. They're probably just distracting me and messing up my timing. I guess you could sort of consider it as a sort of like a distraction, like tolerance test or something, and leave them alive. Maybe that's another thing too to think about is like, what if you just had like a whole bunch of things on the screen at once, but you still had to do like the Kaizo trick or whatever? Maybe you gotta do the parkour by like, whatever it is, like the shell jump that you have us do or something else. You have to do the thing, but you also have to do it while there's like a whole bunch of things on the screen. distracting you. Be an interesting idea for a level, to be honest. It's like not necessarily anything that would endanger you, but it's just sort of like, how do you want to say it? Like training yourself to tunnel vision instead of like trying to be impervious to tunnel vision, if that makes sense. I know you have to do a really big jump there if it's even possible, which it might not be. Probably isn't. Anyway, I think that's a really interesting idea. I don't know if I would actually build that level, but I mean, if nothing else, like, I mean, I guess people could use like sound effects or something like that. But I feel like that'd be kind of cheating. And then it just becomes like a muscle memory test or something, nothing else. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I could literally be doing that, I guess, with this if I really wanted to, I suppose. Just try to pure muscle memory it and see what happens, but I don't know, I feel like that would be like, how many times do you have to do it before you could even feel confident that you could do that anyways, I wonder? I'm not really sure. I feel like we underestimate or overestimate or whatever how much we rely on the visual and or audio cues to do stuff. Which, come to think of it, I haven't even been listening to this level at all. Like, because it's quiet and heaters on right now. Also, I don't have the TV turned up much. Close to the end, I think. I guess I'm going way too slow. Apparently, I'm not close to the end. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm in the pipe. Should have killed him with my jump, but I guess it's okay, whatever. I thought that was high enough. Somehow I didn't do that. Like, I feel like that was pretty similar to my other jumps. But maybe it wasn't exactly the same. How many blocks high is this pipe? So there are 9 blocks on our way up into the pipe. Wait a minute. Are we supposed to jump off of the hammer bro when he jumps to get in the pipe, and just the shell we can ignore that? Or maybe we just... Maybe we have to like jump on the hammer bro and then do a shell jump. That sounds wild if that's the case. I wasn't clipping myself doing shell jumps earlier. I know one of them is really short. Were both of them shorter? I mean, clearly weren't the same height. So if they were, I would already know that. The thing is, I'm just... Wait a minute. Oh, this is just a regular pipe. This doesn't even count. This is 8. We have to... Oh, okay, no. See, sometimes I'm like just barely making the jump, right? That wouldn't be good enough if the... See, that would have been a good pipe entry attempt if I just do it that way specifically. Interesting. So it's pretty intense. I'm not sure how consistently I can do that with all that stuff happening, but I'll have to give it a try. I don't know, I feel like we're just kind of muscle memorying it the whole way. I don't know how much good it will do, like, looking at that, but... Oh. Ah, dude, I messed it up. Do you see that? Like, I feel like I lose all sense that I can actually do this when I mess up just one jump. So I have to try it again. Yeah, we can continue with the level. Like that, I feel like that was bad. Like that wasn't good. Like I made it up, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't high enough to actually get into a pipe. I don't think that's high enough to get into a pipe. I think that's too short. Definitely wasn't as high as I had before. And I think you're smaller than the one space, because you're small, like, you're not big crouching. You get up to the top of the space, or it's no good. Anyway. That probably would have worked. I think that might have been high enough. Yeah. This one's 8 blocks high, but you don't have to get to the top of the 8th block. That's why it feels shorter. Because you can't go as high. Because the pipe literally stops you. Anyway, there's a team shell level in disguise. Actually, do team shell levels even make stuff like that? Now that I think about it, I'm not even sure if they do. I mean, obviously, you're not going to submit this to them. I just mean, like, I'm not really sure if that's, like, a signature thing that they do, actually. If that makes any sense at all. Like, the whole jumping onto a platform thing. Usually I'm safe if I do that. Well, maybe after I beat this, I can make a tougher SMB3 course than I've ever made before. feel like this might be somewhat good training for me making my Thwomp level. For those of you that may not be aware, I am making an SMB3 castle course. We're actually gonna have Zone 2 be swimming. So it's just like this as far as it being. There's a castle in Zone 1 and a swimming castle on Zone 2. So that much is the same. And it's SMB3. But this course has no checkpoint from the looks of it, and it definitely has no clear condition. Whereas my course is going to have a clear condition. Of course, my courses, they almost always have one of the two. They either have a clear condition or they have a checkpoint. I think, like, Lily's first boss battles did not have either one of those. But I probably should have added a checkpoint. Just because why not? I mean, I added one on ZebTV. ZebTTV can't jump. But that was... I think... It was definitely one of my later, like, sample levels, if you want to call them that. Or, like, show-off levels. Whatever term you want to use for that kind of course. Or it's just, like... Uno mas is what people often said, or like one more, I guess would be the English translation of that. Anyway. I remember telling Koos, apparently, that it would be kind of funny to like name it course, like one more. Not that I would necessarily do it, but somebody else could if they wanted, since that's literally what Uno mas means. And he actually took that idea seriously and named a course like that. And actually beat that course like I think last week or the week before or something. I beat it relatively recently. Whenever it was that I did player levels. It was probably just last week. Oh crap. Ah, I didn't need to go up then. That was... I don't know, I'm not sure what went wrong that time. Probably had something to do with me trying to swim over to the right side of the lava bubble that just made it more dangerous. If it just stayed on the left, it wouldn't have been as dangerous. Something. I don't know, I'm losing track of, like, what's even going on right now. Was I on the second swimming level or the second swimming level of this course? I don't remember. But, like, everything's becoming a blur right now. I feel like I'm just sort of playing automatically, which is probably okay. Probably should be playing automatically at this point. At least until we get to the end. But maybe I shouldn't be getting too distracted by some of the stuff I'm saying. I feel like if I don't talk, it's gonna be really boring or something, but maybe not. I don't know. I remember back in those days, NES days, and like Sega Genesis, like saving your game was not much of a thing whatsoever. This is reminding me a little bit of that, you know, having no checkpoint, you don't get to save your game. Even like having a clear condition, you're really not saving your game. Which is why I've always tended to make my clear condition levels be generally somewhat easier than like a checkpoint level would be. Which also means then my checkpoint levels actually become the hardest thing to clear check. Do it 3 times as the maker without dying, right? I'm gonna have to jump on this turtle. Just taking too long for these fireballs to cooperate. I wanted to go right away, we just can't. Okay, we made it. That was actually not even max. One more swimming level. Oh dear. Maybe it won't be so nasty at the end as we could potentially imagine. Like, I mean, what else? What could even happen? There's like, is Junior gonna... Wait. How did... What? Excuse me? Maybe I should have just shut up and focused. Like, what the heck? What was that? How am I dying here? I mean, it kind of looks like the lava bubble teleported or something. Does it look like anybody... Does it look like it teleported anybody else? Am I just losing my mind here? No, I just swam farther than I thought I did. That's all it is. Alright, whatever. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to do a maneuver like that. I mean, what's the alternative? Like, what else would I do there? Oh, crap. I should have just gone. That was really sloppy on my part. What am I doing? Why are you jumping into the hammer like a pro? Don't jump into the hammer. Avoid the hammer. I said avoid the hammer. I'm not dying to the hammer. I'm just pretending I am. I mean, I died to the hammer last time, but... Yeah, that was a bad jump. I don't care. I'm just trying to get through this dude. I'm so frustrated. That third swimming level is kind of intense compared to this first one. Whoa, dude, so many fireballs. Ugh. I see that, and then I die to the first one. Oh, man. That was another bad jump. I don't care. Let's wait over here. I feel like it's better when I wait over here. feel like their aim is worse when I'm farther away from the pipe. Okay. Alright. Holy crap, I almost messed that up again. Whoa, what am I doing? Making myself so nervous. Some of these maneuvers. Like I'm that crazy driver friend that makes you want to not carpool or something right now. You spend gas money that you don't need to spend so you can go in your own vehicle. I guess we could add that to quotes. Or something if I had them. Not a good enough wall jump. Dude, stop throwing fireballs at me. Please. No? Okay. Of course that's not gonna be a good enough jump. Holy crap. No! These courses are so enraging. Yeah. Why don't I just swim behind the lava bubbles anyways? Wouldn't that be a smart idea? Probably. Probably would have said something like this by now if I was actually consistent on getting to the 3rd level. For some reason I'm not. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that we're supposed to do some crazy shell jump with a bunch of stuff attacking us. I'm guessing this is supposed to be one of those levels that you want people to play before they have to do that insane consistency shell jump thing with like the hammer bro on top of the fire platform, like that you're supposed to be wall jumping over or whatever you want to call that. I mean, I suppose it's a smart idea. I mean, I think if it was Kobold, he'd probably be beaten the level by now, but... I wonder if you could actually beat it in one session or not. Maybe. Seems similar to a lot of the other stuff we'd done, plus he's spent a lot of time playing something harder. It is like that situation of me wanting some trash player Not that my ego isn't bruised or anything. Like, beating a level that I think is easier. Whoa, that was kind of smooth. I liked that. It's like, I just kind of casually did a cool thing just now. Oops. Let's reset the room, get our buddy back. Our buddy that we're gonna try not to let fall into lava. Uh, There's one thing that I feel about, like, when I play this level, it reminds me of the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, like, mini games, or even just like the Chadley challenges. It's like you have to just, it keeps getting harder and harder, but also it's a boss rush. It's like a combination of maybe of like the mini game with the actual battle system, if that makes sense in that regard. I don't know how to explain it. Okay. And this part, which might actually be the hardest part in the whole level. And this guy was whining about it being blind. Bro, if you can't handle this part right here, blind or not, you're not going to be able to handle this part right here. Or the part after it. Well, I'm not sure if I was high enough, but I was definitely not close enough to the middle of the pipe. That's right, he's a red Koopa Troopa, which means you don't have to be super impatient with yourself. And you also don't need to plant the shell all the way on the right. I don't know why. Well, but you do need to make sure you land every shell jump. Does he even shoot down here? I don't think he does, or he should. Oh, there he goes. Whatever. Questionable design choice, but whatever. What do y'all think of the new chat rules? Are they, Are they too long? Should we cut it down or something? It's like a lot of chat rules, isn't it? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just trying to figure out why, like, people, like, literally don't want to chat at all. It's like, it's not even, like, you can't even, like, start blaming, like, slow mode, because that's it's been off, like, pretty much the entire stream, and most of the stream yesterday. Is it just Ghost Town Mario Maker 2 community, as usual? There's just somebody more popular streaming right now, and that's just the way it is. But who's streaming right now? Is Sam streaming? Who's streaming? It is Thursday. Maybe this is one of the days Sam streams sometimes. Let me take a look. I mean, well, there's IPK. I guess a lot of people are watching the IPK stream. Sauce Powder. Superpower World. Honestly, I don't understand why Superpower World is so popular. Isn't that just the guy that used to be called Nintenpat? Isn't that what his account name was before? Or is that somebody else? I don't know, maybe it is somebody else. Maybe I should do some investigating on who that person is. Anyway, T-Roy Rex is wildly popular. I don't understand. Like, what's the appeal behind watching somebody without a capture card? Like, the quality of the video is so garbage. And, like, pretty sure the sound isn't good either, right? I don't know. Like, I guess my sound has historically not been great, but... Speaking of which, how is it for while I'm playing this level anyway? I feel like I get practically 0 feedback. Streams. And I spend so much time video editing, you know, I don't really have, like, time to actually, like, analyze, like, the audio, it feels like. Just trying my best with what I've got. It's just... Honestly, I feel kind of overworked trying to stream this game, if I'm being real. Like, it's so intense. I actually feel like... Like, a 4-hour stream of Mario Maker 2 feels like 8 hours of, like, work in the real world. You just... These courses are just so incredibly tough. Like, you have to be at your best, or you're just not gonna get anywhere. And that's very demanding. Like, to minute after minute, hour after hour. Maybe I'm just being too hard on myself. Maybe I don't need to, like, tell people, like, we're doing, like, whatever, and just try to attract people and then just do whatever I want after they come or something, you know? Like, for example, when we had what's-his-name here, I literally just, like, did the thing, and then he left, and we had a viewer for a while, and I don't know, I'm just so distracted I'm not playing the level normally anymore. I've only got up into the pipe twice now, right? Or was it once? Maybe it was just once. I don't remember. I think it was just once, actually. So this is like a 7 levels course. Because we know we have to go to the gold room. Maybe it's more than that, but there's at least 7 levels in the course. Pipe is not just gonna dump us out on the axe, I'm pretty sure. I can imagine, like, the guy that, like, was complaining about the blind, like, fire platform or whatever we call that, fire bar or whatever. That's... like, he might have thought that was the goal room, don't you think? And then, like, he was super frustrated because he thought he died in the goal room. Like, imagine him finding out just how many levels are actually in the course. I wonder what that person's reaction would be to finding out about that. Sometimes I just think about, like, other people, and, like, they abandon something, and then because they abandoned it, they don't get to, like, find out information about that something, right? Or usually that's, like, in the context of, like, somebody died or something. As grim as that might be. But it doesn't have to be, like, somebody dying. Like, like abandoning life, I mean, does that even make sense? I don't know. Like, if you disconnect from a game of Dota 2, for example, and you don't come back quickly enough because internet or, you know, slow PC or whatever, right? Like, that's referred to as abandoning the game, even if you're not actually abandoning it, right? So in that context, it's like, I mean, I guess we could argue that... Dude, I dared myself to, like, be that close to the wall, and... Bro... What am I doing? Like, I thought I could jump out of the way of the fireball fast enough if I was a certain distance away from the wall. But somehow I proved myself wrong. That was a very disappointing moment for myself. I was very disappointed in myself. That's right, I remember I made a Facebook post the other day. Based on a Twitch clip. I don't know if anybody reacted to it at all. I don't think anyone did, because if somebody did, wouldn't I have gotten a notification that someone did? Maybe I just haven't checked my Facebook. Yeah. I mean, it happens sometimes. You post about video games, people are not going to care if they don't play video games or whatever. Also, maybe the timing of it was something. I mean, like, it was like, what, around lunchtime? Maybe I should just make more posts. Maybe I should, like, be more clever about them or something. I mean, I guess some of the terminology in the course is maybe not very attractive to people. Also, like maybe like the I guess if you want to call it the preview of the clip is not very good. It's like literally just like, well, I'm not even sure how you would describe that. Like, how did, I don't even remember being in that position, to be perfectly honest. Um, I don't know. It's just like, it should show a picture of Bowser actually in the claw, right? Um, Also, that's another thing that's interesting too, is if you just mouse over it, it doesn't play. Like, if you go to a video on Facebook, uh, it'll it'll play the video automatically when you mouse over it. Or I don't even think you have to mouse over it. Maybe it's just on the page or something. I'm not sure. But it could be like a minor issue between like Facebook users being used to watching Facebook videos a certain way and like how Twitch clips are like shown on Facebook. Like you have to like click on it to get it to like play the footage or whatever. Or it's not even that. Like you click on it and then it actually sends you to Twitch to watch it. Like you can't actually watch it on Facebook apparently. Hmm. That's something that I didn't really consider before. People might not even want to go to Twitch to watch the clip. Hmm. Maybe I should start streaming on Facebook and YouTube or whatever. I could at least give it a try. I don't know. Maybe like... Maybe I could just set it up so I do it like once a week for Facebook and once a week for YouTube or something. Just stream to one platform at a time. Is that even a good idea? I don't know. But not everybody uses every platform. Yeah, I honestly, why not, right? Like, just stream on every platform. Like, the only major issue is I might not feel like I have enough time to stream, like, all the time, which I don't have to. Like, I'm literally playing on Twitch right now, and there's, like, one person here. Like, this person, like, lurks a lot and could just potentially even just follow me to other platforms. I'm not sure if actually would or not, but... Eh. Even if it doesn't, like, you know, I don't know, like, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. I just feel like I kind of want to grow the Twitch audience, I suppose, if I can, since this is like sort of like my job or whatever. So maybe like the plan is to just like have like one day, maybe like on Sunday, for example, where I just like uh stream not on Twitch, but on the other platforms instead. Maybe I stream on Facebook for an hour, and then on YouTube for an hour, and then like on TikTok for an hour, and then my Sunday stream is over after that or something, or maybe even like 2 hours each or something. That's not a horrible idea, I suppose. Just like right in the middle of the week. Like if we started on Friday, for example, you know? That would be like Friday and Saturday would be Twitch. And then Sunday would be the other platforms. And Tuesday and Monday would be Twitch as well. I don't hate that idea. And another part of me thinks, like, I feel like there's the potential for getting, like, more viewers if you just stream on the weekend. Granted, you might just get less just because then you have to compete with the bigger streamers that also want more viewers, but I mean, the bigger streamers are not always going to be, like, you know, putting forth their best effort, blah, 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 whatever. They might take, like, days off and go on vacation or something. When that happens, then as a smaller streamer, you could be there to fill in the gap, so to speak, I guess. I don't know, maybe I just shouldn't even have a schedule. Maybe I should just stream whenever I want and not give a crap about what time it is, what day it is, or whatever. But, I don't know, it's probably a bad idea. I just... I'm not as consistent as I was before. I think I should put this down for a while, but I also kind of don't want to. I feel like I'd be more incentivized to put it down if somebody actually wanted me to play their level, but nobody does want to. I mean, until now, I would have probably been grudgingly agreeing to move on, and now it's just like there's no grudge if I move on. I just feel like I've played it long enough that I really should be done with it for now. But a part of me doesn't really care about that. I was so consistent on these shell jumps earlier. Now I feel like I'm getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and I blame the water levels. There's too many water levels in this course, man. They're driving me nuts. Oh, what are you doing, Luigi? Oh. There's only 5 minutes on the clock. It's a long level. I really should not let the clock creep up on me. Maybe I should change the stream title. What day is today anyways? It's Thursday. So theoretically, on the new proposed schedule, either wouldn't be streaming today, or I would be streaming Super Mario World levels in detailed search. Oops. Alright, I don't know why it's been so long since I've been in this room, but it has. But it's not particularly remarkable that I'm back. It's just no big deal. I don't know why, but I just kind of want to see a cheap jumping around in the lava. I know it would only make the course harder, but I don't know, I just want to see one. I feel like it would just improve my morale somehow, some way. I don't know. Like, I know I've said this before, but I like it when levels have like stuff, like enemies that like move around in them and stuff. And this level has that, but eh, I guess you could say they're not really my favorite enemies. Red Koopa Troopas, they're okay, I guess. Hammer Bros, whatevs. Bowser, yuck. I think I've never liked Bowser. Even in SMB3, Bowser, like, sure, he looks good. I mean, he was not even called Bowser in SMB1. He was called King Koopa, but still. Like, he wasn't fun to play against. Like, you only had to fight him the one time anyways, whereas with King Koopa, you had to fight him repeatedly. And then they just kind of, like, gave you sort of, like, a gimmick battle at the very end of the game, which is kind of a silly way to end the game, if you ask me, but whatever. I mean, SMW ended in a silly way, too. The original game did. So, it's like, whatever. I guess if you think about it, like, at least from my perspective, it really does seem to be that, like, iLuvHatred's favorite Super Mario Maker 2 style. Like, well, not even necessarily style, but, like, the game, the original game that was their favorite out of the styles that are, you know, presented in the game. Those being 5. I'm not sure if I'm making sense right now. Like, SMB1 has got to be the favorite, you know? Because if it weren't SMB1, how would you justify the design variation being what it is? You know, it's... I don't even explain, like... You fought like a bunch of different Koopalings in SMB1, and then you fought Bowser at the end of the game, right? Like, that's... And then just like... What was it, a gimmick battle for the Bowser? And it was actually a series of battles for all the Koopalings. It's very different from, like, the course design variation philosophy of iLuvHatred. With iLuvHatred, it was more like SMB1, where it was like King Koopa here, and again, and again, and again, with different variations. the goal room and stuff, and like his moves and stuff. Like sometimes he threw hammers, sometimes he didn't, and stuff like that. Sometimes there was like a platform to jump on or something, and sometimes it wasn't. Anyway, oh, I was trying to do my jump, and then the second fireball came in the same spot, and I was like, nope. And then I tried to get out of the way, and I thought my jump was good enough, and clearly it was not good enough because the fire bar got me. I don't know. Would it make any difference if I switched to Mario? Maybe it would. I guess we can give it a try. Let's do it anyway. Well, I didn't make the first Koopa shell jump. Now I have swimming music in my head for some reason. Maybe that's okay. Maybe it's fine to imagine Mario music right now since I'm playing a Mario game. Now I'm thinking about SMB2 music. I don't know, I guess you would say I'm not exactly thinking about it. My brain is just playing back the music. Ah. I might have survived if I pulled left there as I was trying to follow your sync, but yeah, I couldn't be bothered. Probably would have just died to Bowser anyways. Dude, how long did it take you to build this level? I mean, like, clear check it or whatever. Like, how many? You must have some other levels that are somewhat similar to this, don't you? I just haven't played any of them, apparently. Or is this just new? Because I think I said something like, go big or go home. At least a few times, probably. So maybe you're like, okay, I'll make a big level, and this is what happened. Honestly, it seems pretty epic, but I think it would be really nice if it had a checkpoint or two. Really long stuff like this that doesn't have a checkpoint, I usually don't end up, like, grinding it this much. I really should have thrown in the towel for the day by now. If I was doing this in detailed search, I wouldn't be spending this long on it, but since it's a viewer level, I'm just like, okay, let's keep going. If you're here, I'm here. I mean, if I didn't like it that much, I wouldn't be spending that much time on it, but even still. Like, I feel like I'm just like mentally and emotionally wearing myself out at this point. Even if not, I'm just like, I feel like I'm just making myself a wreck right now. I'm going for the noisier button presses, see if that helps. I don't know if you guys can pick that up on the microphone or not. But I am pushing the buttons in a noisy way. Wasn't sure what the word to use for that, but clacky way, I guess you could say. Clacking the controller. How do I avoid clacking it anyways? I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure how I normally push the controller's buttons. I know that sounds ridiculous, but... Whoa, almost fell off. Well, I successfully reset the room. Whoa. Okay. So this is the second swimming level. There's a third one that I haven't been to in a long time. How long has it been since I've been to the swimming level? Like 2 hours? I don't know. Maybe it hasn't been that long, but probably at least 90 minutes. I wonder how long it even took me to get to the third swimming level. Not sure. Anyway, I still need to get past this Bowser. Fire and the floor fire and all that stuff. Bowser fire, floor fire. Too much fire. Oh, we're doing a max height shell jump. Closer at least. Okay, you're not swimming anymore, Mario. Remember that. Not swimming. Thank you for not molesting me as soon as I jump over to the corner here. Bowser. I still don't even know for sure that it's not possible to jump over there, but it's probably not. This is a level that I want you to get first clear on. Yeah, well... Maybe you could have given me a checkpoint after doing a really difficult shell jump. But I guess you want to make sure that people get good at that shell jump, so maybe that would have been a bad idea. Who knows, maybe he was generous enough to give us a checkpoint after the end of the third swimming level. Probably not. At that point, why bother, right? The person who's beaten the third swimming level, they're probably invincible at that point, eh? Nothing's gonna stop them at that point, huh? What could possibly be worse than the third swimming level? maybe a 4th swimming level. Tell you one thing for sure. Finally get done beating this level, I'm gonna tell people how many levels are in this course. Swimming level number 1, let's go. Apparently I died in the 2nd swimming level just now, which means I don't even get a chance to do that crazy shell jump. Now I'm talking about my failure and letting Bowser bump into me. Last time it was the lava bubble. Basically shoutcasting my own playthrough. Maybe that's what I need. I need somebody to like shoutcast my gameplay. I'm joking, I don't want somebody shouting on my stream. And I'm certainly not shouting. I might be hollering a little bit here and there if I'm frustrated, but that's not the same thing as shouting. Well, maybe hollering it is not a very accurate way to describe it either, but whatever. I feel like I'm making a variety of noises to express my frustration, to be perfectly honest, but I'm also not really sure that I'm an expert in listening to myself talk, mostly just because I don't hear myself the same way other people do, right? Which also other people don't hear me the same way other people would, if that makes sense. Like, okay, so I hear myself in the context of, like, I'm talking and stuff, right? And then other people hear my voice in the context of me talking in the same room as them, perhaps. But all y'all online are not like either one of those two things. You're hearing me through a microphone and speakers of some sort or another. Ear speakers or otherwise. So it's really not the same. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but I guess what I mean to say is, are any of us experts on the noises I'm making? Probably not. I don't know. I'm always thinking about how alone I am. Like I can't avoid thinking about it. Dude, I can't even jump because the fireball is there. I don't know, I guess it's entirely possible he could have been complaining about the blind shell jump. But it's not even, it's just the fireballs, you just have to get too close to them to do the jump. I don't know, maybe I should... I mean, I was able to get into the pipe that way, but like I mean, obviously that's the intended method, right? Like, there might be other ways to like cheese it, but if you tried to cheese it, it would just be harder, wouldn't it? I don't know, maybe not. Oops. What is wrong with you, Mario? There we go. I don't want to do this room. I just want to skip straight ahead to the third swimming room. I feel like I want, like, a lot of time in the third swimming room, and I just don't have it. And I'm worried that I'm literally gonna die to the clock, but I guess dying to the clock would be a victory in itself now, wouldn't it? Why couldn't you have just made this 500 seconds, anyways? Is that a crime where you come from? Adjust the timer on the course. Okay, I'm in the pipe. We're in the third swimming room, finally. Let's take it nice and slow. We got 2.5 minutes. Don't like this part. I don't like this part much either. I don't like that part. I don't like that part at all. Ugh. That is a lot of lava bubbles, dude. I don't want to deal with this. This is so stupid. You want me to first clear this monster of a level? Just how long is this swimming level? Feels like it has way too many lava bubbles in it, dude. No. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna swim up here and see if he kills me. It doesn't. Okay. I mean, the fire from the right might kill me, but I can swim above all of that crap. That is possible. I'm gonna try that on the third room because honestly, that's way too many lava bubbles to try to swim so close to. I mean, like, it can be done. I just don't want to be bothered to do it. Call it cheese if you want, but I don't care. This is ridiculous. Oh man, some of these lava bubbles might actually hit me though. They're going really high. Oh! Oh, maybe I shouldn't have slowed down. Okay, I guess I'm okay. We got it, the axe. Okay, I guess I was making a mountain out of a molehill for a little while there. I'm glad I was willing to try something different for the swimming section. Alright, I guess we can say that 6.5 levels. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna draw the picture later. I'm not gonna draw it now, but I do want to jump to the spot where I can leave a comment. What am I doing? Let's just put it like here, I guess. Uh, there's a way to say and a half. I thought that was in symbols. Oh. Wait, no? Oh, here it is. Alright, maybe we'll just do an art stream tomorrow to start things off. Maybe I'll do that early. Oh, time is it? I only got 2 more hours to stream Mario Maker.